Sorry, I'm kind of late. Wanting to address both topics for today. I got two of them. It's been pretty hectic for the entire day. At least, even with my mini vacation, it's supposed to be a chillaxing day. I mean, yesterday I had it pretty much what is expected. It was a chillaxing vacation day for me. But today it just felt a little bit more hectic and just a little stressful. Was supposed to cover this topic earlier, but just didn't get a chance to. So I'm gonna cover it right now as I go. Um, Here's one of the two topics I'm going to cover today, and I've been wanting to discuss this, right after yesterday's topic where I discussed, dealing with being uncomfortable. You know, as I grow, I got to get comfortable being uncomfortable to where I can take any challenge and overcome any fears, worries of anything that's going to try to make me feel down and out and really feeling frazzled and just totally out of sync, which is how I've been feeling a whole lot, especially as this year alone, and especially most notably as of late after what transpired the last couple of days. But here's what I really want to get into. I know it's my pretty much my last what you will call a mini vacation day. And as far as that's concerned, I had a few extra days. I think technically my mini vacation just started like on just like late. I want to say late, but like just around noon on Sunday, and then going into Memorial Day, and then today, but as I'm going through this this topic, I just honestly, after just what I've been having to deal with at home, aside from already just feeling like total shit at work, just it has already caused me to feel what I feel at home. Just knowing the same stuff that I have to deal with pretty much every single day, only to see it situationally get worse and worse, or just to be a little light here, like harder and harder. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it is just not under my control. There's just too many things to deal with when I'm at home. You know what I mean? Just too much stuff around the house, and just too much of, and like to have one of the family members just really hard to deal with every single day, and and that family member was the only one I had to deal with, throughout my vacation, and unfortunately, as of today, it wasn't going as well as I thought it'd be. Despite me doing the right things, to keep that family member, as stably conditioned as she can be, right? But it's again, I'm still facing a whole lot of darkness here, even on my mini vacation. I really wanted to feel like it's just like a relaxing kind of vacation for me, much like the previous years when when I had the vacation to myself at home, right? But right now I'm just filled with more and more worries, as things just eventually will go back to normal, starting tomorrow, and the rest of the way through. It's just a part of me wants to just wanna. I mean, I know I'm just old enough already to even say this. To just, you know, have my own kind of living. You know, like I know some of my friends have already gone through that phase. I've yet to, and if I gotta be honest, I kind of want to be in. I want to be in that phase too. You know, just so I myself can just go through more than what I'm going through right now, as of these last few years, where I've only had mostly 2 days. I mean, I think there was one year where I did it for 3 straight days, but you know, at this point, like, as I'm having to face reality again, you know, even the harshest reality I'm having had to face for the past few years now, most notably the last year and the year before. You know, at this point, to me, I just don't want to be surrounded by any more stress. You know what I mean when I say that? Like, I just don't want to be surrounded by any more just stress. Like, you know, I've already had to deal with enough boredom and, you know, just annoyance myself in that dump workplace that I won't be back in until Thursday. You know, as I can imagine, I'm not even missing out on anything over there. Whereas here, it's like I'm always having stuff to do, and, you know, having to face time to time some new challenges, and, you know, it's at the point where I'm like I just, it'd be nice for a change, to me. I mean, it'd be nice for me to consider it, you know, like just going on that phase of living on my own. But, you know, how can I right now? 2 things. One, my dump is underpaying the hell out of everyone, especially me. You know, $17.75 an hour for my graphic artist job, quote unquote graphic artist. You know, the obsolete graphic artist role that may soon be extinct with the way that this dump already is. That I have very less responsibilities now, you know, in my role. And another thing too is, you know, the fact that you know, that one of my family members is just still, you know, living a long life, staying strong, but at times just going through some real crazy episodes, and, you know, don't want to go into too much detail. I mean, that's all that I'm going to have to say here as far as that. I would need another video site, you know, where only certain people, you know, well, I mean, just only people can log in to see my videos, and that they're not public. Like, I'm trying to think, because I only know Patreon is one of them. But, you know, if I really want to go into deeper details, but I'm not doing that here. All I need to say is that I'm just having to deal with some constant craziness of one of my family members that's just, you know, just really tough to handle most days. You know what I'm saying? And that's you know, that's a stress not just on me, but for the rest of my family as well. At least for, you know, just, it's just tough, man. It's just tough. That's another factor. And for the most part, like, I just really want this misery to end, you know? And especially for me too, where I just really, like, I just feel like with the darkness that I'm facing and the fact that I'm still working in that dump where I'm just literally bored every single fucking day, um, it's just a lot of misery that's causing me to lose so much of my spiritual self. So much of that self that I used to be. I just don't feel enough energy. I don't have enough energy. I don't have enough of the joy that I used to have. And that's just a sad reality of where I'm at, especially in this year, 2025, that's, closing in on the end of May and going into June, one of my favorite months, and, almost reaching the second half, and it's just, I'm still in that sad reality that I have to face. And I just feel like this cannot last any longer. Yes, I'm taking therapy. By the way, that's tomorrow for my second session. But even that itself can only help me through so much as far as better self-control. Very strong self-control when it comes to dealing with some heavy situations, the most stressful situations, and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's only therapy and psychiatrists, any mental doctor or a specialist can only get me through, so much of me just controlling myself better. But in the end, we're still gonna have all that stress. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna have all that stress and, having that same deal of, just lost self-confidence for as long as I'm still in that dump. You know what I'm saying? I need something that's going to work for me that is not just therapy. For the most part, I may even still move with my own, who knows at this point if I'm still going to be moving to a different state. It's just only I'm not moving on my own. That'd be nice if I did, but I'm not. So that's just more cause of, what may be just another reality check of just, I don't know, just me having the same life where, at some point I just think that it's best for me to just not only part ways with my dump, which I've been trying to do, to part ways from being at home, just knowing the stress that I'm dealing with. But the problem is, I think the bigger problem is, the fact that one of my family members is, like I said, just staying strong, living a longer life, all that. And, that it's just that, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's just a tough road for me at this point. I don't want to have to be dealing with the same shit over and over again. Most days I just feel like a nothing at work and at home. And that's why I'm trying to find things like the things that I've done here just best reflects me as somebody that has going through a semi process of what it's like to live by yourself. You know what I mean? But I don't have the luxury to every single thing that that usually some of my other family members do. And that's just what sucks. I just want to get through. I want to just do more of what I normally do here when I'm, I guess you could say, the man of the house. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyways, I'm just, it's gonna be tough. First of all, I need a new job. I mean, I think even a new job with a much better pay is going to help me. It's going to help me to establish a better future. Right now, I don't see it happening as long as I'm still in that goddamn place. So it is what it is. I mean, I got to get a new job and we'll just go from there. You know what I mean? But even if I do, it's like, I mean, I'm still going to need the help of some of my other family members when it comes to dealing with my other family member that just cannot move at all. I mean, can move, but just cannot move, like, with the age that she's in. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. So I'm going to cut it from here. And I'll just pray that my future just get bright as I go. And, like I said, therapy can only do so much for me. The rest is going to be on my own. So, all right, peace.